What we do here is go back.
So I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow with the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. I love this palette. It has literally every color of the spectrum, hence the full spectrum. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of tape on the side of my eyes, just so that we can get a nice, clean, sharp line. I like to do this when I'm using brighter colors, just so it comes out more. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Eye Primer as well in the shade Eden. So this one is it's like a white color, and the reason why I like this one, especially for bright looks, is it really brings it out. It helps us also to skip the step of using concealer to have a brighter eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to make sure that the primer is blended in very well, just so I can avoid creases when I put my eyeshadow on. Now I'm going to take the MAC Chromographic Studio Pencil. It's a concealer pencil. I'm going to put that in my tear duct, just so when I highlight later on, it stays put. So I'm going to blend that in right now, just so I don't ruin my eyeshadow later. I'm going to go ahead and take the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette before I take the Urban Decay palette, just to set the primer, just so that it doesn't move. As you can see, I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to take that and just blend it in very well. I've already done the other eye, just as kind of a tool for you guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Warning from the Urban Decay palette and work that into my crease. So I'm just going to blend that in. I'm using the brush that came with the palette. I really like it. It has a dual end, one for blending and one for kind of patting down the product. So I'm going to use that later on for the top part of my lower part of my eyelid. So I'm going to blend that in and work it in. So I'm going to also mix the shade Gossip with it. It's on the left hand side, it's kind of like a brighter pink rather than a burgundy. So I'm just going to do a variation of pinks again, and yeah. I'm going to take the shade Seas from the palette. It's a lighter pink, and I'm going to put that on the outer corners of my eyelid. So that's going to be my shade that I blend in with the orange on the bottom. So after I'm done blending that portion out, I'm going to take the shade Jones. It's kind of like a orange gold, and I'm going to use that and put it on the inner corners of my eyelid. I really love this color. It honestly looks nice on any skin color. This palette is really pigmented, so whatever shades you want to do, whether it's oranges, pinks, greens, blues, purples, you'll have all those options. I really like these two right now, and for the look I'm going for, it is perfect. Okay, so I just made sure that was all blended in. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. If you guys want to know how I did that, there'll be a link down below for a tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and peel off the tape. If you guys take a look, it is a perfect line with our eyeshadow. If you guys are wondering why I cut it, it's just because that part of your eye, the skin around it, is very sensitive. So we don't need to put the tape there because we're not putting eyeshadow there. So now just to take off the tape residue, I'm just going to take a little bit of lotion and just wipe that off with a piece of cloth. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Studio Chromographic pencil again. I'm gonna put that underneath my waterline because I'm gonna take the same eyeshadows and smudge that in the same sequence. I'm gonna take the pinks and put that on the outside, and then I'm gonna take the orange and put that on the inside. This concealer pencil really helps everything stay in place, and it also brings it out a lot more. So I'm just taking a flat brush, just a very thin one, so I can get the eyeshadow in the precise areas that I want. Yeah, I'm gonna blend that in. So I'm gonna use the color Warning again on the outside, and I'm gonna mix it in with the shade Gossip as well. And on the inner corners of the eye, I'm going to take the shade Jones and just work that in as well. So I'm going to take a brush to blend the middle in, just so that it looks kind of like transitioning shade and it works all together. I'm going to take the same Studio Graphic pencil, put that in my waterline just so we can have a brighter look. I really like this pencil, you guys. Honestly, it's so versatile, it's so small, and it's nice. I'm going to go ahead and put some blush on. So I'm going to be taking the blush from MAC. It is in the shade Peach Twist. Sometimes I even use this as an eyeshadow. It's honestly good for that too. So I'm going to go ahead and start highlighting. So I'm going to highlight in my inner corners with the shade Butter from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette. And I'm also going to put that underneath my eyebrow as well. For my highlight on my cheekbones, I'm going to take the MAC pigment and use that one. But before I do that, I'm going to put some gel on my eyebrows just so that they can stay in place. I like to do this after I'm done all my makeup, just so the makeup doesn't go in there and you can see the residue. So just brush that in with a dry eyebrow brush afterwards, just because the gel can kind of be too much sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cheek highlight on. I'm going to use 2 shades of highlighter for my cheeks. I'm going to use the pigment by MAC again, the Melon. It's my favorite highlighter ever. I really recommend getting this one as well. So I'm going to work that in, just take a little bit, and then I'm also going to take Butter from the Too Faced palette and put that on as well. I'm going to put some highlight on my nose too, but I just like to put it at the tip just because throughout the day I find that I do get very shiny, so I don't want that because I want this look to last all day. So I just put on a pair of lashes. So it's the Ardell Wispies. I really like this one. It's dramatic enough, but not too dramatic as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing my lips now. I'm going to take the MAC lip liner in the shade Cork and just put that on the outside to line my lip. I'm going to kind of do a lip ombre. So I'm going to be using 2 Sephora lip creams. They're stains. So I'm going to start with kind of a purple shade, and then I'm going to use kind of like a mauve pink shade. I'm going to blend that in, and I'll have everything listed down below if you guys are interested in any of the products that I have. And yeah. After I put the pink on, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in with my fingers just so it's one color. And yeah, that is it, you guys. That is my final look. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to get this pink Barbie golden look. I really like it. It's perfect for summer. You know, I like to change it up for you guys. So if you want a tutorial on how I got this hair done, I will be doing that next week. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next week. Bye.